Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to our summer reading series. Today, I decided to bring you along to views of our very own Yosemite National Forest. This behind me happens to be the Upper Falls, which is located in the Yosemite Valley. And I brought you to Yosemite today because I have a story that was written by a local author, and today's story is called Little Cooney and the Big Yosemite Race. This is written by author Stephen Riley, and in our story, Little Cooney actually visits Yosemite. So let's see what happens. And I think Little Cooney is going to take us on all the famous sites that you can find in Yosemite. So let's see where he starts. You ready? There was a day in the month of May when the Yosemite animals raced. El Capitan is where it all began. And they all lined up before they ran to make sure their shoes were laced. So there's a picture of El Capitan in the sun. The morning was bright. 'Twas a beautiful sight to watch the sun come up. Tension was high. The clouds drifted by while all of the runners warmed up. This race was long. This race was hard. It was only for the courageous. For only the strong could run so long on routes that could be so dangerous. So you can see all the animals lining up there. And then here is our race route going right all the way up to the top of Half Dome. Let's continue. Yet upon this day raced one so young, the others thought he was loony. No chance did they give that he'd finish or live, and this brave young lad's name was Cooney. But he was determined, this little raccoon, to overcome this circumstance. In his heart he knew, as the start whistle blew, that he'd have a fighting chance. He's got some determination in those eyes. For he had practiced long and hard and time again, till he could run this route without even a doubt, and he could run it like the wind. There was a morning glow on the valley below as Ty mounted his goat. They started the race down the captain's face, while Ty held on to his throat. So he's got the goat, and the goat's helping him down the face of El Capitan. As he made it down fast, and he wasn't the last, but there were some others ahead. He was sure there were 4, and quite possibly more, so he sprinted on towards the Merced. And the Merced is a river at the bottom of the Yosemite Valley. He jumped in the river. Man, it is cold, he thought. As he fought its flow, it came up from the hills where the great water fills all the falls with the spring's melting snow. So there's a picture. This is actually an illustrated picture of what is actually behind us today, the Upper Falls. And when it snows there and the snow runs off, that water can be mighty cold. Well, he jumped from the river as he passed Mr. Bear, who was completely caught off guard. You could see the surprise in his big yellow eyes as he was passed like a bucket of lard. A Wani lunch sounded good, as it probably would, but he knew he'd have to forget it. For with others to beat, there was no time to eat. If he stopped, Ty knew he'd regret it. So this is actually an illustration of the Awani Hotel, which is also on the Yosemite floor. Oh, look, here's a sign that says Happy Isles. Suddenly, Ty felt the need for some serious speed, and he began to snarl and sneer. He was hanging real tail. Oh, he was hauling real tail as he burned up the trail and kicked into high gear. Then, just like that, he passed the Bobcat as they turned up the John Muir Trail. Ty just couldn't miss, for with all his practice, he was sure he wouldn't fail. There he goes. He's pretty sure of himself. Let's see if he wins. Then by Vernal Falls, he passed Mr. Squirrel, who was looking so thin and frail, as he panted and swayed in the water that sprayed from the falls along Mist Trail. To his right was Nevada, with its tall, dark cliffs and its water that thundered and fell. Then a smile from inside crossed his lips from the pride that one feels when one's doing so well. So there's a couple more of the falls, waterfalls that are in there, Vernal Falls and the Nevada Falls. He could feel his heart beat right down to his feet. He wondered how long he could last. Then on ahead towards the lion he sped. He was tired, but still running fast. I'll win, he thought with a grin as a redwood watched him go. So he picked up the pace at the end of the race while the lion was starting to slow. And there is Cooney running past one of the great big redwood trees that you find in Yosemite. Then, because of the lion's refusal to train, he just couldn't take any more pain. So among Half Dome's many switchbacks, the lion stopped and collapsed in his tracks. Then with a burst of magnificent speed, little Cooney took control of the lead. Then Ty had to stop right there at the top of Half Dome to find a way down. He found a great bird, though it does sound absurd. They flew off the cliff towards the ground. Look, there, the bird is helping him down. And here is an illustration of Half Dome right there. One of the very many famous things in Yosemite. Oh, Ty was feeling so fine as he crossed over the line, and a smile broke forth from within. Though Ty was so small, he'd just beat them all, and that's why this book's named after him. So ended that day in the month of May. The big race was over and done. It was quite a big day for raccoons. They set free their balloons, for Ty Cooney had won. Look at there, and he got the big trophy. The end. And what's neat is now at the end of this book, we have some pages. It's how to draw Ty. So the author and illustrator here actually shows you step by step how to draw Ty Cooney, how to draw a tree by the Merced River, how to draw Half Dome, and then at the very end you can put it all together and you can draw a picture of Half Dome, the Merced River, and Ty Cooney all together. So pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about the famous things that you can find in Yosemite. And if you want to know more about those sites in Yosemite, go online, look it up. There is lots of information to find out, lots of exciting little parts of Yosemite. So I hope you enjoyed our summer series trip to Yosemite today. Enjoy your rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. And we will see you back here next time. Bye.